We got Mark in the building. Welcome to Uphill Radio, bro.
Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Before we go any further, can you hear me just fine?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me fine?
Yes, I can hear you good. Everyone in the chat, hopefully you guys can hear good. Show us, let us know, thumbs up. Mark, my dude, I'm glad to have you on the podcast. I feel like you and I are gonna learn a lot in this one. Because I kind of forgot how I came across your path.
I think you came across my path with My Death Real.
My Death Real.
Earlier this year, you put me on your Instagram page, and I've been following you ever since then.
Bro, man, I love. So I'm really excited about this because I really don't know much about you, bro. So you're just a mystery artist, and we're gonna learn, and I'm excited about that.
Oh, I'm excited.
All right, so let's go ahead and start with the vibes, bro. How you doing?
Doing all right. I just came back from My Death Real's party, so we were hanging out for a bit. I met him in person, first time today.
What? Okay. All right, so for all you guys new to Uphill Radio, My Death Real is another independent artist that I've been rocking with for some time now. And, bro, the day that Mark has the interview, they link up for the first time. Bro, that's dope, dude.
It's crazy. We started talking. Me and him met in November last year, and he's been with me since I started, basically.
So you met him last year. Now, how did you click up with My Death Real?
I met him. I heard of one of his songs, and I commented on one of his songs. I said, "Let's collab," and I got his IG, and we started talking on Instagram, and then we made a whole EP the month that we started talking. Then I released that in November.
Oh, okay, man. I'm not sure if my memory is bad, but you and My Death Real have a collab tape together.
We have 2 collab tapes together. Yeah.
Whoa, so I gotta check those out for sure. Everyone that's new to Mark, definitely check out the SoundCloud. Before we go any further, bro, is your music elsewhere or is it just on SoundCloud?
Just on SoundCloud for now. Mainly because I don't feel like going out of my way and buying all these beats and recording on all of them.
Okay. All right, so dude, I'm loving it so far. You spell your name mxrk. Give us the meaning behind the name and when did it begin?
I wanted the name short and sweet. I wanted to keep it nice, simple. Everyone's going to remember it. So I was going to put my first name, but I felt like that was just too boring. So I wanted to put a little bit more, make it a little more special. So I put the X there, and it stuck with me. And there's a couple people on SoundCloud who are artists that I've seen that have the same name, but they don't have it in the way I do. I have everything all caps except for the X. It makes it look a lot unique.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
I made it. I don't remember exactly when I made it. I think I made it earlier in 2021. I started music. I actually had the day I started. I made my first song September 22nd, 2020. And
oh man,
my name originated, it was Soda Pop. It sounded so stupid, but I was like 16 at the time. So I didn't really give a shit about music. And then I started actually becoming more focused on it, more like late 2021.
Okay, so you started making music or you got into music in 2020 and you went by Soda Pop.
Yeah.
Okay. And what made you decide to get into the music scene?
I think that's when quarantine hit. So nothing was really. I kind of picked up a couple new hobbies in quarantine, and music was the main one that I actually was interested in. And surprisingly, I'm still interested in it, so I'm sticking it out with it.
I did like a listening live party before we went live here. Listened to a couple of your songs, and you brought up how what the hell was I gonna say? I freaking forgot, bro. What the hell did you bring up? Do you remember? What did I say? Sorry, my brain just went blank right now.
Okay.
Shit, what did I say? Is Dead Boy? Are you still in here? What did I say to Mark on the live stream? Damn it, bro. It was such a good question. Damn it. All right, man. We'll have to go back to that one later. I apologize, bro.
Talking about lyricism and genres and all that stuff.
Oh, yes. That's what it was. There it is right there, bro. I apologize. So the song that I listened to, Rockstar Molly, it had that cool, like, to me, like an 80s, 90s new age aesthetic to it. Talk about that.
That song, I wanted to start something different. I didn't know what I wanted to do at the time, but I kind of wanted to get into 80s stuff. And that was before I got this whole outfit now. But I got into that, and I was like, I saw one of the beats, and I liked it. And I ended up hopping on the beat, and I didn't have anything to really go off of. That whole song was a freestyle. And all I knew at the time is, you know how, I don't know if you know, but producers, they section out their beats on YouTube now.
Yes.
So you're able to see, break, chorus. So I saw there's like this bridge that repeated 4 times. So I was like, let me keep it short and catchy. So I just started singing Rockstar Molly, and it kind of caught on to me. I'm like, I like this. And the only thing the thing that stood out to me the most in that beat was how it went from pop-ish synthwave to just straight electric guitar.
Yeah.
As a whole.
Go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say. Here we go.
I was going to say, because the comparisons from Adrenaline to Rockstar Molly are just polar opposites. Yeah. And for everyone watching now and they're going to watch later, I brought up on the last live stream that I had an hour to get home, and I put on this new tape Planet X, Mark's new music project Planet X, and it really is like a mystery box. You know what I mean? Like, just every song is just so different, but you executed it. Like, it doesn't sound out of place.
Gotcha. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it versatile with myself. I'm learning new things. Actually, fun fact, Adrenaline was made. I made Adrenaline, I think it was January this year. And I don't know if you ever like kind of like kept in touch with my music, but I was the Cosmic artist. I don't know if you ever heard the album Cosmic.
I haven't.
It was January. It's January album made. It was made with me, My Death Real, a whole group that we were in, a whole collective, and I put that out, and that did pretty well.
Whoa!
I actually had that song planned for a summer project. It was a summer album, and that ended up getting thrown away, unfortunately. But I actually have songs to that, so I'm able to release that now. But it's so different. It's so different, production-wise, mixing-wise, vocal-wise. That whole album's so different in the summer compared to now. So I'm still trying to figure out when to release that one.
I was gonna say, like, with you having all these different sounds, is it because you're trying to still figure yourself out as an artist, or is this because you love it all?
Mainly because I love it all. Every song that I made, every genre that I've made, I've loved that genre. I'm just trying to see which one I could fit in the most. And if I can't figure out which one I could fit in the most, if I fit in multiple ones, that's what I'm sticking with.
And I think you're the only artist that I've interviewed so far that really has, like, just so different. Every song's just so different, and I could tell you're having fun with it. You know what I mean? You're good at what you're doing. You're singing and you're rapping, bro. Like, talk about the story of Adrenaline. I'm really interested in that because it sounds so good.
Adrenaline. I was at my first house. I moved a lot. I was at my first apartment at the time, and I think I was in my garage, and I had that one written down, and I kind of just went in. It was fucking cold, don't get me wrong, because over here in the East Coast, it was like 20 degrees at the time, I think, 20 or 30 degrees, and I remember recording in the garage, just screaming my ass off, and I had that open for a few weeks. Sorry hopped on that. And then I had the other artist, Ayatoshi. Shout out to him. I love that guy to death. He finished the song, like, I think he hopped on that a month later. So that wasn't open for a while. And I didn't know where I was going with that one. And it kind of just all came together. Yeah. And I saved that song for a long time. Until now. I was like, fuck it, I'll release it.
Dude. Yeah, bro. Like I said, I was vibing in the car listening to your tape. And as soon as that one went on, I'm like going crazy, like, it's just a bop to it,
I appreciate it.
And then Sorry is also another independent artist that I've been rocking with for some time too. So see y'all collab, man. That's dope. So talk about your relationship with My Dad's Girl, bro. How was it, meeting up with him and whatnot?
Meeting up with him today was actually kind of cool. This morning, so he had this party going on for a while, so we were talking about that for a week, and I had the interview, like when we had the interview, I was supposed to have it last night. So
Yes.
when I pushed to today, I was like, oh shit, I'm very busy today, so I didn't know if I was gonna be able to make it to the party or not. I ended up, me and him were on the phone last night, and he sent me like 3 songs. He wanted me to get them done by this morning. Of course, my dumbass fell asleep, and I forgot about it. Woke up. This party started at 2, and I live an hour and a half away, basically. I woke up at 11 o'clock, and I'm looking at my phone like, fuck, I have these 3 beats. So I recorded 2 of them, and I have 2 songs on with him.
Hey.
And I went there, and I got there, and me and him hung out for a bit. We played pool. Shout out, or newsflash, My Dad's Real sucks at pool. Yeah, I beat him 4 times in pool.
Damn, bro, 4 times in a row?
Yeah, I suck at pool. We both suck, so that's our excuse.
No,
But, yeah.
but it's fun though.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun. Cause dude, to me, that's like the underground culture. Like seeing you guys meet up like that, that's special. Hopefully you guys recorded some type of video or something.
We were actually thinking about it today, but we didn't. But next time we hang out, we gotta do it.
I got That's Real on the chat.
Yeah, Mike's going crazy right now.
You know what though? Now that you said that, Mark, I need next time you guys click up, you guys gotta go live when you play pool.
All right, I'm down to do that.
Dude, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. So Mark, you began in 2020, got into the music business or the music scene. Sorry about that. What were some of the influences? What musicians inspire you throughout your life?
At the time, the beginning it was Juice, heavily Juice WRLD. Ended up a little bit of X. That's how I got Adrenaline. That was more early 2020. I was hopping on that Doja Cat wave for a little bit too. I have a couple of city copies. A couple artists at the time. I think Uzi was one of them. I got into Lil Peep for a little bit, so that's when he actually really introduced me to like the whole like rock scene. Was Peep. And then recently now I've been listening to a lot of old 80s rock, trying to get the feel of it. So I've been another couple influences from there is Guns N' Roses, Rush, a lot of Van Halen too. I definitely want to find a producer that knows how to do those electric guitars.
Oh man, you know what? I think I might have a connection. I might talk. I'll hit you up after the live.
Oh, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, most def. Dude, so I want to talk about like your aesthetics, your vibe, like the hat. I think that's mad dope. Like, what made you go that route?
To really hide my persona, like hide my private life. I'm not really too big on talking about not having like my personality and personal stuff showing. Keeping everything, and I wanted to be different too. So the choice with this is that I used to listen to a lot of 80s stuff or old rock with my dad in the car when I was little. So I'm trying to bring that back, or at least, I'm trying to bring that back. I'm trying to look different from everybody, at least in the new age. So I feel like this is probably one of the best ways to bring it back, or to bring anything back.
Yes.
I'm really hoping that could work out one day.
Yeah, bro. I mean, you definitely have what it takes, dude. Just keep it up. I mean, looky here, y'all. If you go on his SoundCloud, you have, bro, 111 songs, dude.
Wait, that's not even all of them, though.
What?
On my so like all my unreleased stuff, it totals out to over 400 songs.
Whoa, bro. Damn. So you don't miss a day, huh?
Sometimes I do. I used to record earlier this year. I used to record like 4 songs a day, 5 songs a day, and that was when I started the freestyling stuff.
What'd you say about freestyling?
That's when I started getting into like freestyling all my songs, and now every now and then I'll write a little bit. Most of my songs, I'll find a beat and I'll go in.
Whoa. Oh, do you like punch in, or is it all just like one take?
Punch in. I'm trying to take. I'm trying to.
Yeah. Okay, so Mark, take us back to the very first day you recorded your first song.
Okay, so I remember the first day I recorded my first song. It was like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night on a school night. I was in the living room on the couch under a blanket, and I was like, okay, let's
Hmm.
go. And I made a I remember making the song. Probably took like 10 minutes, but it was also just main vocals at the time. I didn't know much about production, didn't know much about ad libs, background vocals. Kind of just, I'm a 16-year-old starting something I just saw.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty shitty song, and I wrote it all too. I remember writing it all, and all I had was my Apple headphones.
Yeah.
I still do. You want to see my fucking recording studio?
Let's look at it.
It's like the first time anyone's ever seen any of this like this.
Exclusive, y'all.
So I had a mic, and I was hooking up to my laptop to see if I could just record off of my laptop. Never worked, by the way. So I ended up just using the mic and like a muffling thing for this, and then I have my Apple earbuds going, and the microphone's right here.
Yeah.
And it looks so stupid, but at the same time, it works.
Yes, bro. Man, I gotta give you a shout out, bro. That's mad love right there, because I think other people need to take notes and say, no, don't give no excuses, none of that BS. If you really want to do this music thing or whatever it is, get on it now with what you have. There's something there that you can use to get you started, you know?
Yeah, you're right. I have the money
Bro.
for a studio, but it's just like I don't have the time to learn FL.
What applications are you using to record?
BandLab.
Oh man, BandLab, dude! Shout out BandLab, bro.
I'm so like
Dang.
they are surprisingly pretty good with their stuff.
Yeah. Do you have like exclusive music that's only on BandLab?
No, usually all my songs that I go from usually all my songs that I go from there, send them over to my SoundCloud account, and that's all my songs. So if my SoundCloud ever gets hacked, I'm screwed. But so I have some of BandLab songs, but like BandLab did some bullshit where it deleted all of my songs recently. So all the unfinished songs, all the old songs that I could have edited in or like used to edit them, all gone. So if I still had all those songs, I wish there was a way to see how many songs I had at that time, because I probably would have had like 600 to 700 songs.
Man, that sucks. I feel like that's something like almost every artist goes through.
Most definitely.
You know?
Yeah.
Mark, you did bring up that you said you met My Death Real on SoundCloud, but here he says BandLab. Is he being funny?
No, I meant BandLab. Did I say SoundCloud? I think I just said music.
Oh, shit, my bad, bro.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Bro, so My Death Real and Mark met on BandLab. That is so crazy, dude. See, so you guys, everyone that's watching now, gonna watch later. If you're in the music business, dude, you gotta take all these different avenues, and you can click up, make connections. You know, it's not just Instagram. It's not just SoundCloud. There's other ways of connecting. You know, what a trip, bro.
It's insane. I met Rob Frost on there.
What, dude? Rob Frost is another dope dude.
I met him through Mike. Mike really he introduced me to all these other artists because we were all in a collective at the same time. It was me, him, Sorry, Xamax as well. All these dope ass fucking artists. And I got to work with all of them.
Oh, that's right. You were in EXO, right? EXO Click.
I was.
Oh man, I remember now. Dude, I'm telling you, for everyone that's watching, I had a head concussion in January, and it like messed me up, dude. Like no cap, bro. So how long were you in EXO Click?
I got in EXO Click, I think November, December, and I forgot when it all faded away because EXO Click kind of stopped at one point. I forgot when all that. I think that was maybe in the summer or spring of this year. It was very short, but it did feel like a long time that we were friends and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It was so nice talking to them and all that.
I was gonna say, like, you really are like surrounded by some cool peeps. You know, my Death Real, Sorry, like these are all like Rough Ross, like they're all dope artists. Um, are you solo dolo right now, or are you in a collective?
I am in a collective. I've been hopping around. Same with Mike. Me and him, we've been stuck together. We've been hopping around. It's
Oh,
dope.
what's the name of the collective?
Um, Gold Peak Society. You know, like the tea.
No way, Gold Peaks Society, dude. What I just got one of those the other day. That's so good, bro.
Oh, I never really
What's the
had them actually.
what, bro?
Yeah.
You're Gold Peaks Society. Have a drink one. I'm about to send you one, bro.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah, I'm
send
not
you
really.
one. Oh, you're not a tea drinker?
Uh, Coffee. I'm very big on coffee.
Oh man. Okay, let's talk about the little fun little like little fun facts about Mark right now. Like, where do you get your coffee? How do you make your coffee? Like, talk about that.
Usually right now I don't have a coffee maker in here. I really want to get one of those, like those all glass ones. That you're able to
Yes.
heat up. I want those. But right now I'm kind of just going off K cups. And
Hmm.
you know, my favorite type of K cup, especially there, I really my memories. I could get brought back to my memories in a very weird way. And there was this one song I made last year called Moonlight, and it was one of my favorite songs at the time. And I remember drinking it was a K cup. It was like a pumpkin spice K cup or some shit. And I
Hmm.
remember drinking at the time as I made that song. And I remember like a couple months ago I drank it again and I'm like, holy shit, this is all brought back really good ass memories I had last year. So I was on that. Now since that's over, I'm hopping on the peppermint stuff. So like I'll go anything seasonal at this point.
Bro, I like that you said that because it's true. Nowadays, like if I drink a rock star, it just takes me back to the podcast because every podcast I do, I usually have a rock star, you know? Um, it's cool that you can drink a pumpkin spice and it takes you back, you know?
Yeah, same thing with like different scents. Like
Hmm.
my mom gave me this candle recently. It was a I actually have it, twisted peppermint candle, and it brought me back to earlier this year when I had really good songs going. I was on an EP with Saturn. He was our
Yeah.
producer for. I made a whole EP with him called Space Invaders, and the lead single was probably one of my best songs in the beginning of the year. And I remember when I recorded that song, I had that same candle going, and
Mm.
I
Hmm.
I spent a shit ton of money on these candles, but I got six of all the same ones from Bath and Body Works.
Hey.
Three candles for 96 bucks. That's a lot of money. But I got three for
That's a
free.
whole bill.
I got three for free. So I got six of them for 96 bucks.
Hey, take note, y'all. Try to do the best for the deals, dude.
Hell
I
yeah.
like that, bro. Um, bro, so on your SoundCloud, you do have a lot of like albums, music projects, like a grip. What do you say are some of your favorites?
Albums or the songs?
The albums.
Cosmic right now has been my favorite. Even though it's not up to date, like productively or mixing wise or like anything like that, I'd say Cosmic.
Mm,
EPs, I really liked the Voidwalker EP. That one I had a lot of songs. I'm actually looking at it in a second. Songs like Moonlight, the song Monsters with Sorry and Xamax was a good song, and even Stalker Vibes in My Death Real. And I actually have a story about Skinwalker, the song Skinwalker. So, remember one night I was in my first apartment and I was outside at night and it was pretty cold at the time. And I was just relaxing outside on my phone. And I hear this noise. And at that time I was like a big like paranormal, supernatural type guy. And there was a sound coming from my backyard, but it was like more like farther out. So it was kind of like in the trees. And I heard this. It was like a tropical animal or something. It was a weird sound you'll never hear on the East Coast. So I'm like thinking, what the fuck is this? And I was big into skinwalkers at the time, so I kind of knew how they work. The farther they sound, the closer they are to you. And that's what
oh,
happened. It started sounding farther and farther away. And I focused on it for one point. All of a sudden, it just stopped. I got back inside of my house, locked the door, shut the window, lock the windows, go to bed. That night was fine, and then after that night, for a week straight, I had these horrible nightmares. and some of them I remember, a couple of them I don't. And there was my last nightmare, or the night before, the dream before my last nightmare. I had a nice dream. It was like I was on tour in like a futuristic Japan type thing, and I ended up the next night was my worst nightmare ever. It was like a sleep paralysis thing, but your point of view is the ceiling, on like you're looking down on you from the ceiling, and there was just this black mass holding my hands up like this. I was laying on my back. Woke up like that, same position, and I was like, "Fuck it." That day, I recorded the whole Skinwalker song.
What?
Yeah, that one was freestyle too, Skinwalker.
Mark, the reason why I think it's even crazier is because I've had an encounter with a Skinwalker. I know it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy hearing myself say that. But it's true, bro. Like, you know, that'll be another day of me telling that story, but I believe you, bro. Them things are out there.
They are. I don't know
Dog.
where they are, because I lived near the city at that point, or at that time. So I don't know what the hell it was. I don't know if it was Skinwalker or anything, but it was something.
Tell me your thoughts on what I think a Skinwalker is. I think Skinwalker is a hybrid that the scientists created and like released out into the wild.
Maybe. I
Dog.
personally think that it's what people say they are, like Native American, like a Native American tribute thing, where, because, you know, we took a lot of their land. They were spiritual people at the
Oh
time.
shit.
So they cursed our land, or some parts of our land, and then that's what came out of it.
Oh, see, I don't know the origin of Skinwalkers.
Yeah, that they came from a Native American Navajo tradition, and I don't know what Navajo is. I don't want to like say anything wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's like not like a religion, but like kind of like a spiritual thing for them.
Okay.
And I don't know how it started, like how the whole Skinwalker tradition started. I think they just wanted to curse our land, so they did some sacrifices and shit, and they fucked everything, or like a lot of places up. And there's some like weird shit in my basement of my house at that time, because
Oh.
I had a landlord who built the house, so he owned the house at the time, and he passed away when I was little. So all of his old shit in the basement was still there, and he had a lot of things down there. So I used to read like books about my town back
Yo. Bro, Mark, that's how like a horror movie starts.
Yeah, I wish I was able to bring all that with me to my religious epiphany, but
That would have been dope. Oh
would've.
man,
No one would have noticed though, which would have been
missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude. And what's so cool is like you took that experience and you made it into a song.
Yeah. Yep.
Like that's a crazy ass experience that usually folks wouldn't talk about on a song. You know what I mean? Not like that. Not Skinwalker.
Yeah, I haven't had any like paranormal or like any weird situations like that before since then. So I'm just, when it happens again, if it happens or anything like that ever happens,
Yeah.
I'll make it talk about it again.
You said that last night you felt like you had sleep paralysis. What do you think that's all about?
Oh, that wasn't last night. That was at the time of like the whole Skinwalker thing that happened earlier this year.
Yeah, but didn't you say you had like a consecutive nights of dreaming?
Yeah, but that was like within when that all happened. That was the last dream I had in that whole
Oh.
nightmares. Yeah.
Okay.
I never want to have that again. I'll tell you that right now. That was the one dream where I woke up and like not like crying, but like, you know, like when you get those tears from like a really fucking weird dream.
Bro. Man,
Lately, I've
dude.
had some weird dreams that have been bringing me back to like my old friendships, my old friends, and like relationships. I don't know if I want to speak about that in songs because I got into some trouble before talking about them. So.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's how. In the summer this year, I privated all my stuff. I'm not gonna get into it. It's not my place to talk about it anymore. But it was pretty bad.
I hear you.
I had a private. I actually had a summer album on the way.
Oh man.
I don't know if you heard Japan too. That was pretty big at the time.
I think I heard like a couple.
Yeah.
I think I heard a little.
I think I have a whole Japan series going on. I don't know. I just like I kind of stuck with it since Japan 2. I was like, I guess I could do another one. And then after that, I was like, hey, maybe another one, and then another one.
Yeah, I noticed that in Planet X.
Yeah,
So,
Japan 4, that was fun.
let's talk about Planet X. You just dropped this 2 months ago, so that was in October, right? You dropped it in
I
October.
actually released this month. It's just the way that I have all the things planned out. It's weird because I put it all in a playlist. So SoundCloud, the way it works when I release on my phone is that I put it all in a playlist, and then I usually set the release date on my laptop because you can't really change a playlist to an album on your phone. You have to do it on a laptop. So I
Right.
did set the release date for December 23rd, and it just didn't. It shows like when it first was made, which sucks. But
Oh, I get what you're saying. I feel like SoundCloud is like sloppy.
yeah, yeah,
They need to
maybe
fix
they'll
some
fix it.
things.
Yeah, you're right. I'm hoping.
Um,
Yeah, it does.
I was gonna say that like SoundCloud, I love SoundCloud. You know, I wouldn't be here for without SoundCloud. Sorry, I'm talking like a retard right now. But it is messy, and I feel like they need to clean it up, get a new revamp. You know,
Yeah.
but the top back onto Planet X. Why that title?
I wanted to keep it spacey this whole year. I made Cosmic. I didn't know what I wanted to do at the time with that album. I kind of just wanted something nice and simple and give it like a little theme to it. So I made Cosmic, and bringing me back, I every now and then I'll go back to that album, listen to it, and it does bring that space vibe. Everything sounds like just nice and just like in outer space. You're like just in there. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep that. And since then, I've always kind of like kept it kind of spacey. And so far, I liked it. Planet
Mhm.
X, I think, since this is the end of the year, I'm gonna change it, but maybe. I don't know what I have planned for next year. Really, I kind of have songs ready for a couple of EPs already, so I'm set for the next 3-4 months.
Damn, bro. Dang, I like that. Do you like it that way so you're not stressed out, or just how is that how you are creatively?
That's just how I am, and a little bit of both. It does make me stress free about a lot of stuff, and if I don't have anything planned, I'll usually go for a couple singles. I'll record a couple singles if I don't like them. That's the thing with me. I'll record every day until I'm satisfied with a song. If I want to drop that now, I will.
Mhm.
The whole
Yo, I like
year,
that.
the whole year, earlier this year, I had an EP every month, including a couple singles
Damn.
drops in between. And it was all going leading into this album, the summer album. I never dropped.
Oh man.
Unfortunately, can't really. I'll release the album eventually, maybe in the summer next year. Who
Do
knows?
you do you believe that things happen for a reason?
Oh yeah, I go with the flow. I don't really. If I see an opportunity that I know that if I don't take it, like I'm gonna probably not like, or like if I see an opportunity that I'm allowed to take control and take, I'll do it. But since the beginning of the year, I've let everything go, and I just whatever take control, and I'll just go with whatever, like kind of like a fairy coming down,
Yeah.
grab my, and then I shoot up. Or like you ever watch the
Yeah.
movie Casper?
Yes.
You know how
Classic.
and they're like at that window, the house.
Yeah.
Casper's
That's
like,
cool. You know that.
I feel like
Yeah.
that, and it's been doing me very well, very well.
Okay, so you're going along with the ride. You're going with the flow. But Mark, how much of a risk taker are you?
Not big at all. I play
Okay.
I play it safe a lot.
Do you think that benefits you or hurts you?
I feel like it could hurt me in some ways, and benefit me in other ways. But I'm kind of just seeing what works right now, because I have career-wise, I'm set for now.
Hmm.
With music, if I do blow up, then I'll be set with that too. But I'm trying to keep everything split, where I'm having my music life and personal life different. I'm not trying to. I don't want to fuck anything up. That's the thing.
When has it always been that way of you wanting to keep it separate, or did it come a time where you had to make that decision?
It came a time in the summer,
Mm.
um, when I had an opportunity in my career, and I took that opportunity because I'm not gonna get another one like that. and I needed the money at the time to help my family. So
Mm-hmm.
music is just a hobby, and it will always be a hobby until I blow up. Because I'm not worried about the money.
Ooh, I like that, bro. Because I relate to that a bit. There's certain types of folks out there that want it all, and they put it as one, and then there's those that keep it separate. And I think I appreciate both of them. But that being said, like, how much of the fame are you trying to reach? Like, where is Mark one ahead?
For a while, I wanted a decent audience, not too big, but at the same time, I want to be able to help everybody with my music. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be one of the people who like Playboy Cardi or some shit like that. I don't want to be like that. I want to help people, and I want to be able to talk about problems that I go through, hoping that they could relate. Even if I don't have a problem that I'm like, even though like the problem that I'm not going through, I can still talk about it in a song. Other people could relate. I'm just trying to help a lot of people out.
I like that. That's a good message too, bro. What do you feel about the people around you and their path to success?
I'm very proud of all of them. Like, you're talking about artists or just people in general?
Yeah, yeah, like Rob Frost, My Death Real.
I'm proud of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I've stuck with
Yeah.
them since last year, and I plan on sticking with them until they blow up.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
The goats you're surrounded, you know?
Shout out to Lil Reaper, by the way. DM me on Instagram. I'll definitely talk to you.
Lil Reaper.
I know I
I feel
saw a text, and I was like, because we were having a conversation. I'm like, wait, let me finish this conversation first.
right
But
on.
if they blow up, I'll be proud of them. And if I blow up before them, I want to take them with me because I feel like everyone deserves a chance.
Oh, definitely, dude. I definitely. What do you think about the underground scene right now, the underground culture?
So far, it's been doing pretty well. Sad news is very few people are getting noticed now. But like, I know one of my friends, he blew up recently. You know the Kid Ace?
Kid Ace, no, I'm not familiar.
He made a song on BandLab, and he's very good at marketing and stuff. So he'll market all of his shit on TikTok, Instagram, and all that. He ended up getting over, I think, 1 million or 2 million streams on Spotify, one song.
Whoa.
And I had 2 songs with him at the time, which was Rockstar Girls on Planet X, and another song, which is my second song on the summer album that I never released. And I tried DMing him, asking him, yo, is it okay if I release it still? Because since you blew up, I don't know if you want that. He didn't respond back to me. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Which he should have done, but at the same time, he didn't answer me. If he said no, then I wouldn't have done it.
Man, isn't that crazy how like unfortunate and how much that happens?
Yeah. It's okay.
Bro, dude, like, why does that happen? Is it because we're selfish beings?
I feel like it's because so many people are texting him, and it's just because my one text isn't really gonna be on top of his list.
Yeah.
It's probably somewhere in between all this bullshit text that he's gonna be getting now from other artists saying, "Oh, I want to work
man.
go up." So I don't have an issue with that, honestly. Like, he's doing his own thing now.
Yeah.
If that is what's really going on with all his DMs, I feel bad for him. But that comes with blowing up, you know. A lot of people are gonna be like, "I want to work with you now. I want to work with you now." So it's like no hard feelings. I'm glad he's where he's at now.
That's good. That's a good attitude, bro. That's some good energy to have. Like, what are some things you could point to that helped you with your mindset and the way you live life?
Recording music always helped me. And the only thing with that is, like, when I was still in high school at the time, when I was making music, you know, heartbreak music and all that shit, a lot of shit I said was very, like, kind of like pretty personal in a way. I never name dropped, which is a good thing. Shout out to every artist here. Or here's a piece of advice for everyone here: don't name drop. That'll get you in some legal trouble. Trust me, been there. But yeah, I stopped doing that, and I kind of just talked about my problems. And my ex at the time didn't like that, and we got into a whole argument with that. So it's just like I'm careful what I say now, and now it's kind of like dealing with personal problems. I'm in my own head a lot, and I talk about that a lot. It helps me. So whenever I do get like that, for the song.
I think that's really good, bro, because once you do name drop, you gotta understand, like you gotta take whatever comes with it. You know,
Yeah.
that's a lot of stress.
Another thing that I did to help me is when the season comes, I'll play baseball mainly to get
Mm,
physically stay in that mind or physically stay like fit and mentally stay fit too, and that
yeah,
helps me a lot. Takes my mind off a lot of shit because usually at that time I'm just focused on the sport.
yeah,
So I'm getting into that now. Every Sunday night, I'm hopping in the place and I'm working out with my buddies. Fun. Other times I'll go on a long drive.
yeah. That's dope. Hey, y'all, listen to Mark. That's some good advice for folks to listen to because it's true, dude. Like a lot of times the artists will get stuck in the room because they're on the grinding, they're working hard, but it's like that can do a lot to your mind. You know, go outside, breathe some fresh air, or get some sunlight, or whatever it is. Like it's definitely a peace of mind.
Even listen to your own music, or just listen to music in general. You can
Yeah.
listen to your own music. That even helps you sometimes. Talking about, like, if you're talking about issues, a lot of your issues on one song, you can listen to that back, and then you're like, okay,
Mm,
I feel better. But the issue is listening to your music often, very often. When you do come back to like making a song, another song, it's kind of gonna start sounding repetitive to your other stuff because you're listening to your music all the time. So you know, that's what happens. That's what happens to me every now and then.
mm,
So I'm trying
mm,
to. That's why I'm jumping out, going into 80s rock now. If I'm on the car, if I'm on the road somewhere, if I'm driving somewhere, that's all I have blasting now. So now I'm
mm.
now I'm trying to get into that phase, not phase, just get into that zone. Now I'm able to talk about stuff they said 40 years ago.
Hey, bro, I think it would be mad dope if you can somehow create like the next level 80s outer space song.
Oh, I plan on it. I gotta find a
Yeah.
nice. I have to get someone to get something good for me.
Oh, man, dude.
Maybe even a whole album because I don't have the album
Oh,
away yet.
well, speaking of albums, bro, like you have a lot of, like we talked about earlier, you have a lot of albums, you have a lot of songs. Do you feel like when you put out this much music, maybe a lot of the songs that could have been bigger or hits are getting drowned out?
Not really because this whole year I've noticed how much I've improved production
Mm,
wise and everything. Like I said, so it's kind of like now I go back to my old songs, and since I don't have access to them anymore because the band lab, I kind of just look at them like that was a good song in the era, but now I'm doing these things, and these songs are doing well. It's like
yeah.
as much as I wanted to keep those songs popular, I need to push forward. I need to keep doing more and more. I need to keep improving myself. So, like,
Mad dope. That's mad dope, bro.
it's like keeping the past where it belongs.
Oh, I like that, Mark. Dude, let's go ahead and jump into the segment where we go ahead and I'll ask you the questions the community have for you here. What other artists have you met around your area?
Oh, that's a good one. I'm trying to think now. It was My Death Real, Rob Frost. I think that's really it. I've hung out with some people in person that wanted to get into music, and they never really got into it
Mm,
like I did. There's one kid. I never met him in person, but we've always had a strong friendship. He's a producer. Um, he lives 45 to an hour away from me, and I've always wanted to hop on his stuff in person, record in front of him. It's just I never got the chance to yet, but I plan on it soon. I plan on it soon. Um, we made the song Avalanche together, which was on Cosmic. This thing was my second song. He mixed it,
yeah,
mastered it. Beautiful song.
Avalanche is. Uh, what was that last part you said?
I said it was a beautiful song.
Oh, dude. Yo, everyone that has SoundCloud open right now, go check that Avalanche. Let me go ahead and jump into the next question here. Opinions on the new group.
The new group. Oh, I loved it so far. I'm actually trying to get maybe another album going with all of them, like how I did with the XO group, because I that whole album is what really brought us together. Nobody was doing it like I did at that time, and I didn't know anybody at the time, so I wanted to get a bunch of features on a project, and all of them they were there for it. So I'll take the opportunity. Like I said, when you have an opportunity, you take it. And I
Yes.
did. And it did really well. There's so many songs on there that I liked. And even one of the songs that came from my 2021 album, which I never really talked about, made it onto that album.
Give us a story behind that.
The 2021 album?
Yeah, and how it got there.
It was, I haven't had a relationship since 2021. So a lot of my heartbreak music used to be talking about that one girl. And that whole album was a very angry heartbreak album. I was so pissed off at the time where I talked about my issues on that album. And I started it earlier in 2021, didn't release it till June. And production-wise, my vocals were more on point than earlier this year. Well, I didn't have that much auto-tune then. I was kind of just rapping at that time. And there were some good songs on there, some alright songs. I was still getting, that was when I was really starting to learn the ropes of music. So it was kind of just there. I still have the whole album too, so I'll listen to it every now and then. It's just I'm not releasing that one because of how much stuff I said on that album, and I kind of I don't want to bring that back.
Unless you put like what, $1 million price tag on it.
Maybe. Who knows?
Before I get into the next question, bro, I did want to ask, because I kind of overheard you talk about this just now about the rapping and singing. So you rapped first before you started singing?
Yeah, kind of. I was doing both at the time. My first song was like more singing than rapping, but during 2021, I wanted to start. That was when I really wanted to start just getting into different genres of music. And I made Japan 1 in that time, in 2021. And I had a whole alternative rock EP at that time, too. I posted that. I released that one after my first album. And actually, even before those two projects, I had these two EPs when I first started. And first EP was kind of just like me fucking around, getting some, just I have a couple like songs. I was like, yeah, throw them onto one thing and we'll release it.
Yeah.
And then my second EP was after that was more. It sounded a lot better than the first one, and that's when I started to actually like look into it. And I was like, I sound pretty good. Or at that point, I sounded ass. Like compared to like when I hear it back now, it's like this shit sucks. But at the time, I was like, I see something in myself. Fuck with it.
That's beautiful.
That whole EP was like a pop EP, kind of. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I love stuff like that, bro. I love that you have it still available too. Like a lot of times artists will get like cringed out and like, oh man, so much better, and they'll like private it or delete it. But I really appreciate that. I admire that in an artist that leaves their music out there for the public to listen to.
Yeah, the only times where I had to private it everything was when I got into two situations. The most recent one was about the whole relationship thing, was when I private everything over the summer. The first time I needed to private everything was because my mom heard some of the shit that I was talking about. She didn't condone that. So I privated at that point. And then I kind of kept everything private since then. And I built up another foundation for myself. Was when I started my first project was the XO EP.
Okay.
And then I made Cosmic. And then the other EPs after that, up until I needed to private all my shit again. But since I'm back now, I took all the 2022 stuff and I released that again. So now all those are back.
Does it feel like time went by so quick, or did it pace itself?
It paced itself. And I'm so thankful that it did, because I'm able to hold a lot of memories that I had. And this year was one of the craziest years I've had with music. And just personal life as well. So much has happened that I'm thankful that I'm at where I'm at now.
I do want to go back to the questions here, but can you talk about one special highlight in your life that happened in this year?
I got into this kind of like music promotion thing with this group of people, and we're working on some stuff now, and they're helping me out a lot with music promoting and all that stuff, and they're trying to build me up as a better as an artist, like better as an artist. So I'm excited for that.
I
Other than
like
that, it's
that.
really just the memories and the friends I made along the
Yeah.
way.
Yes.
A shit ton of friends, got a shit ton of music.
Yeah.
I'm still planning on releasing.
We only have a few days left. Do you feel like you're gonna just chill, let Planet X do its thing, or do you have anything you're gonna drop before the year begins?
Um, I'm not gonna really release anything before the year ends. I was gonna get a Christmas song on that album, because you know how we
Yeah.
talked about
Yeah.
it. Never
Hey,
got
you
the
brought up
opportunity.
Santa Claus though, didn't you?
Oh, maybe
Yeah, I think you brought up Santa Claus on like track 3 or 4.
I might have. Oh yeah, Japan 4. Yep, remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I was riding. I'm like, oh man, it sucks that you couldn't put a Christmas track on. And then boom, you see Santa Claus. I'm like, hey, at least he got a bar in, bro.
Yeah. Um, I want to get so the first song in my first my album that started off the year this year. It's called New Year. I want to get that going again
Mm.
for next year, and I might release that
Oh,
single because
that would be perfect, bro.
I remember at the time of me making Cosmic, I was talking to this one girl, and it was my friend's ex-girlfriend's friend. So like we had like this kind of like quad thing all the time, and I made Cosmic a couple love songs here and there. I made one love song actually about it, and there's this whole issue that happened between my friend and his girlfriend that me and this girl stopped talking. And I deleted that song. Unfortunately, I deleted it, but you know it is what it is. I'm glad I deleted it. I didn't like that song anyway.
Damn, dude. What are your thoughts on your life right now?
Um, life's been doing me really well. Like physically, I'm in the best spot I've ever been in. Mentally, not really, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, I'm able to get through it. Eventually, it's all gonna get better eventually. It's not
Yes.
gonna. Everything always evens out. That's how I always put it.
Man,
And
again, bro, great mindset.
having a mindset like that, it helps me so much. I think
Let me go
now,
ahead. Oh, go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, I think now it's just dealing with a lot of loneliness, but I'm able to put that in music
Mm,
and just making new friends. That's what I'm doing now. So you know, you're
mm.
always able to fix my problem, or at least help myself.
I think so. You're dealing with like loneliness right now in this part of your life.
Yeah,
I think that I'm so grateful that you said that because I think a lot of men we go through these kind of feelings from time to time, you know, and we like to keep it to ourselves a lot, and that could be a poison. You know what I mean? I think that's why it's important to have your boys and just talk about it.
yeah, you're right. I think, especially now, like a lot of like shit that's going on recently. The whole like fucking men versus women shit. It's like we're probably at the worst now than we've ever been, and like for the new guys, it's like every emotion that we feel now is much stronger than what we probably would have felt, you know, like 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's all shitty now, but we're all gonna get through it. Even if I
Yes.
need to move to a different fucking country, I don't care.
Japan, here I come.
Man,
Hey.
maybe. I don't know. Japan, maybe Japan. They're too like put together. Like they're too together. Cause I know when
Yeah.
there's this spot. I don't know if it's China. I think it's China. No, there's another spot in Japan where like a lot of the residential areas are all like close together. So it's like apartment on top of apartments.
Oh
Same
yeah.
thing in China too. And I don't like. I get claustrophobic easily, so I can't do that.
Mm.
I was
So
thinking about
maybe somewhere like go ahead.
Poland.
Oh yeah,
Poland.
Poland, dude. That's tight. I got a homie out there. Poland's mad beautiful. One of these days, I gotta go out there.
Yeah, either.
Speaking of,
Sorry,
go ahead, bro.
I'll let you talk.
I was gonna say, speaking of Poland, like, have you traveled outside the country?
No, I really want to. Poland's my first opportunity, or country at least.
Man, dude, God willing, on due time, bro, we could take like an uphill radio field trip, bro.
Oh hell yeah! Bunch of
Dude, man,
artists,
yeah, that'd be insane, bro.
that'd be dope. I
Hey,
know
man.
with my retirement plan, I wanted to either go to Poland or Montana when I retire,
Oh,
or
ooh,
when I'm old. I already have my whole kind of life planned out. If something happens that changes everything, which if anything does happen, it's obviously going to change my whole course of life.
right.
I'll always be able to plan it out. I'm not really stressed on my life planning right now because I have everything planned out. I already have alternatives for everything. And I like
Dang.
what keeps me busy. I like just focusing on the future. I used
Yeah.
I used to be stuck up on the past. Don't get me wrong, until the summer, and then I just had this moment of clarity, and I've been focusing on the future since then.
Damn, Mark, I like your energy, bro.
I appreciate that.
Man, keep it up, bro. Let me go ahead here. I think this is from My Death Real. He says, "When is our music coming out?"
Okay, so back to what we were first talking about, or one of the first conversations that we had over the EPs with me and him. We had one EP only dropped, and I think you were mentioning two because you thought there's two. We actually have another one coming out. I don't know when it's coming out yet. I don't know when these EPs are going to be releasing. All I know is that we need to get one more song on there, and that whole thing's done. We have
Hey,
a shit ton of hype music, and it's a lot of stuff that you really never heard from me before. It's more Let me go back to the album that I released, the Planet X. I don't know if you heard the songs were classic, the more upbeat ones, kind of like Marathon. I don't know if you heard Marathon, but classic. He's more like this, it's kind of like a hype Uzi Juice mix.
yeah, yeah.
I have a lot of songs with him, or actually a decent amount of songs with him, where I got a good flow going on in them. So I had Mikey hop on them, and now we have a couple more songs to put on there. It's a mix of hype and sad songs, so I'm excited.
It's kind of incredible how good you can sound with all these different genres.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, bro. Because I forgot you did have a song where you just had that flow. I'm like, he's not missing.
I,
He ain't missing. I had to rewind it. I'm like, what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I had to play it again, bro.
I know with this other EP, it's more like a pop EP. Well, no, it's actually not a pop EP. It's a whole different selection of genres that I got going on, and it's already done at this point. There's one song, throwaway song, I'm gonna replace. Um, a lot of different genres on there, and I'm excited to post it.
Hmm.
I don't know when I'm gonna post that. Probably, I'm not leaking anything. I'm not saying. I'll get y'all know. Y'all know when I post it. I'm excited.
We'll stay tuned.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Next question, bro. What is your goal with music?
My goal is to help everybody. I'm not really too worried about the money. If I do blow up, then I'll take that opportunity. But at the same time, with music, you don't really get a 401k or a pension or any retirement plan.
Sure.
Unlike if you have a career going for yourself, you have that. It's just with the what you're with a normal career, not a normal career, but with a career without music or arts or whatever. Because a lot of art careers, you get money so quick, and you don't know what to do with that money.
Yeah.
So I plan on just sticking out with my career now and use this as a hobby. I don't want any money from it. But if I do blow up recently, it's gonna put me in a spot where I'm gonna have to make that decision. Where it's like, do I want to stick with this, not have a retirement plan, but have a shit ton of money, or stick it
Mm,
out with this that has a lot of money towards the end when I retire. So it's putting me in that spot where it's like, now I'm stuck. But I
yeah.
just probably most likely just gonna use this as a hobby and just help as many people as I can with my music.
Man, that's a smart way of looking at things. Is there anything that you're interested that's other than music?
Um, Not really now. More just music, the job that I got now, and just my car. Obviously, I don't really know how to work on cars, or I don't know any of that stuff. But just being able to drive around, and it's nice, very nice.
Man, freedom, huh? That
And
freedom is something different.
I have a whole car Instagram. If y'all want to see that,
Oh, for real?
yeah,
What's it called?
Um, I gotta look into it, but I think it's like Marilyn the Dart, but like Marilyn after Marilyn Monroe. Because
Hey,
her iconic color was red,
yeah,
so my car's red. So I kind of just like put it two together.
dog, that's tight. I like that.
Hey, actually, I might be getting into 1920 music or like instrumentals. If someone
Ooh,
on that, come on, let's go back to the Roaring Twenties, baby. I'm excited. I'm ready for that already.
yo, that's dude. I think you should. I'm not hearing that at all, bro.
I would
At all.
love.
How big are you, like on like TikTok?
I'm not too big on TikTok. I'm not really posting too much music on TikTok, which I gotta make I have an account set. It's just I don't post on there. I gotta start doing that though. Now that you mentioned that, I appreciate that. I gotta start doing that.
I put the wrong question up. This one's a silly question. This is from Rob Frost. Uh, Mark, why are you so sexually attractive?
Good question. I was born this way, and with the hair and the hat and the glasses now, I look sometimes better. So,
Hey, I like the aesthetics, bro.
no, I'm
I
fine.
like.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not really trying to go for attractiveness at this point. Just trying to go for like just an iconic look. And I think so far it's been doing me good.
I like it, bro. When you sent the photo, I'm like, oh, okay, I see you, bro. I like that.
All right, this is
um,
going to be my like performing look.
have you performed yet?
No,
Oh man,
there was one spot that I was going to perform, and they shut it down. Unfortunately, I don't know why they did. But I was going to hop in the summer,
mm,
and I was actually, not even in the summer. Just like actually like around now, since I dropped Planet X, I was going to start promoting Rockstar Molly. I was going to start performing Japan 4.
yeah,
Even a couple songs like um, Marathon, the song with Classic. I love that song so much, but I really wanted to perform that song. Never got the chance to, unfortunately. But it's all good. There's another song called Oceanic, called Maclov, produced by Maclov. Shout out
beautiful.
to him. That is the most beautiful beat I've ever heard anyone make.
Mac Love's just a different type of gem, dude.
He's insane,
Yeah,
and I'm so proud of what he does. Even though I have a
he,
little bit of beef with him because I gave one. There's one song called "Devil in a White Dress,"
yeah,
and it was a really good song at the time. It was more like when he was making like rapping and stuff. I don't know if he still does it. I haven't kept in contact with him recently. I gotta start talking to him more. But there's a whole like little peep top song going for him, and I sent it to him. Never sent it back, but it's all good.
oh man, we gotta get Mac. We gotta get Mac up. I
Uh,
haven't talked to him in a while either.
yeah, but that song's gone now. I have it on SoundCloud. It's just I don't have the open part of it. I kind of just cut
Uh,
the song. Now I just have a one verse song. Sadly, but
mm, man, and when was the lot? Well, I mean, obviously, did you have this beat for a while, the Mac Love beat, or did you
um,
contact him to get the?
he contacted me. I was talking to Mike, and I don't like really reaching out to people too much. I kind of like if they like me as an artist,
Yeah,
or if they still fuck with me, then I'll let them talk to me before I talk to them because I don't really know what's going on around me much. So I kind of just like let things go. And I was talking to Mike at one point, and I was asking him, I was like, dude, like, does Mac Love even like fuck with me or anything? He's like, yeah, he loves your shit. I'm like, fuck. Then where the fuck was I for the past like 2 months? So I think Mac, either I texted him or he texted me, and he sent me a bunch of beats, and now that beat really stuck out to me. So
yes.
I still have a couple of the beats that I can still rap over, and I plan on doing
Mm,
that.
mm. Yeah, bro, that's a different kind of sound. He produces a sound that's just it comes from his soul.
It does.
Shout out Mac Love. So earlier in the podcast, Mark, you brought up how you have some things in the already completed and ready to drop when you're ready to release it. But talk about like your rollout for 2023 if you have one.
Game's gonna be the same as 2022. I want to focus more on singles and getting those pushed. So I'm focused on more quality over quantity,
Hmm.
but at the same time, I have that ADHD, so anything could happen next year. So I'm right now. That's what I'm focused on. That's what I'm planning on is pushing out singles that I think are worth it. and just like Rockstar Molly, that's probably one of my best songs recently. Now,
It's a great
and
song.
there's a lot of songs on Planet X that are good and that have been gone unnoticed.
Yeah.
And with any album that I release now, I want it to be very versatile. Cosmic was versatile. The summer album was supposed to be released. It was hella versatile, and I wanted the same thing here. I want to get more rock into my next album though, because unfortunately, I only got the chance to make one or a couple of them.
Man, well, we're gonna be here waiting for it, bro. Looking forward to it. For all the new viewers, bro, for anyone that's watching now, watching later, that don't know who you are, Mark, they're gonna go on SoundCloud.com. Which songs should they listen to first from your catalog?
Which songs did they listen to first, or did I listen to first?
Oh, what songs should they listen to first
Oh,
from you?
did they? Definitely Rockstar Molly. Let's see. Thinking sometimes second song on the album. I made that in the summer of this year, and I really like that song. And for this album too,
Mark, can you hear me? Because I can't hear you no more.
can you hear me?
There you go. You're back.
My phone was about to die. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. We're almost at the end.
All right. Yeah, Candle. Candle's a good song. Chandelier made this song about this one chick. Oh man, I have the whole text screenshotted. So if you ever see an EP or a song cover or an album cover with that screenshot or like any text about it, that's why. You'll know.
Ooh. Okay, we're gonna keep our eyes peeled, bro. And
Yeah.
we'll know, dog.
Chandelier. It was actually gonna be my next project. It was gonna be the first song, and I was gonna name the whole project "Shadows Under the Chandelier," but that never really. And I'm not do that because I already have this song on this album. There's no point in just making a whole new album called that. Another good song that they need to listen to is "Break the Silence." That was a pop song. And even Lost and Found. Lost and Found is one of my favorite pop songs ever made. And that is, no one's really listened to that yet. So I'm excited for people want to hop on that song, listen to it.
Yeah, like I'll tell you the truth, bro. I haven't listened to like the last few tracks at the end of the tape. I had got home before the album was over. So I still gotta listen to, I think I stopped right at 21, Lost and Found. I think that stopped right there.
Ooh,
So definitely gotta check that out. But everyone definitely go check out the SoundCloud, give the music a listen, even play back this podcast, share it with your friends. Mark, is there anything that you would like the supporters to know that we didn't touch on?
Not really. I just want y'all to get ready for 2023.
Yeah, baby.
It's gonna be a whole version of me that y'all haven't even heard of yet. And I'm excited. I'm super excited. A lot of rock coming. A lot of rock music.
Mark, thank you for your time. This was a great podcast. Everyone, thanks for watching. Definitely check out Mark and all his social medias. Mark, the floor is yours if you'd like to say anything before the live ends.
I appreciate everyone for coming on here. I appreciate you for actually like doing this interview with me. I really thank you for that because I think we were supposed to do an interview earlier this year. We never got to it. I don't know why we never got to it. I think it's because I didn't have an area to really do an interview in. Now I'm in the basement of my house that I just bought for my family. So like now I'm finally able to. Oh, Lil Reaper sent questions. Wanna hop on that before he does?
Yes, sir. Let me see here. Lil Reaper says, "Got some beats you fuck with, homie." And
some beats.
Let me put them up for you. There we go. Boom.
Wait, can I see him, or am I not allowed to?
Oh, you don't see him?
No, I don't see him, unfortunately.
Oh, man, Instagram needs to get it together. Yeah, it says, do you got some beats you fuck with?
Oh, is he talking about genre? I'll see if he can say that in the chat real quick. If he's talking about genre, then I'll be going whatever he wants to work with me on. Because I don't want him, if he wants to step out of his comfort zone, be my guest. But I'm not really the type of person that would want someone else to step out of their comfort zone if they don't feel comfortable. Obviously, it's a good idea to do that. But if you're asking me what genre I fuck with, anything rock. But like not like, I guess alternate rock could work, alternative rock could work. But I'm talking about more like old school, like 80s rock, hard rock type stuff like that.
Lil Reaper just said he's got some beats for you.
Oh, he's got some beats for me. Reaper, I am definitely excited for that then. I did DM me. If not, I hope you did. Or I hope you will.
Yo, man, if the energy's good, y'all make a banger, dude.
Oh, I'm excited.
Man, and Mark, you're bound to the Uphill Radio, bro. Oh, shit, he's gone. Well, dog, Mark, thank you for your time. You're most definitely found to the Uphill Radio, Lil Reaper. I'm looking forward to that. Even you, Lil Reaper, we got to get a podcast going in. But yeah, dude, Mark, thank you for your time. Thanks for joining Uphill Radio. It says Trouble. You got something for Mark. Bruh, you guys, follow these dudes. Trouble, Mark. These are all goats here. We got some beautiful things coming. Yeah, mad love, Mark. Mad love. You guys have a good one. Definitely check out his social medias. Share this podcast with all your friends. And I'll see you guys in a bit.